Hi boys and girls, in this video we're going to talk about using the decimal rainbow to write decimals. And real quick, let's talk about how we write the decimal rainbow. We already know from the beginning of the year that we have a whole number of places. We have ones, tens, and hundreds. And when we're doing the rainbow, the point of it is to help us remember where the tenths go and where the hundredths go. So we tell ourselves that the ones place goes to the decimal point, the tens place goes to the tenths place, and the hundredths place goes to the hundredths place. And we can abbreviate tenths with the lowercase t, t, h, s, and we can abbreviate hundredths with the h, d, t, h, s. Okay, so for instance, let's say that we are given the fraction 9 tenths. Well, how do we know where we're going to place the numbers? Our denominator, that's the number that's on the bottom that tells us how many our whole is broken up into, tells us which place we're talking about. Because we have a 10 in our denominator, we know we're talking about tenths. So we take our numerator and we write it in the tenths place. We don't have to write anything in the hundredths place because we don't have any hundredths. And we could either leave the ones blank or we could put a 0 in the ones place. So our decimal would look something like this. And that would be the same as saying 9 tenths. Okay, let's say we're given a different fraction. 9 100ths. We're going to draw our decimal rainbow again. And the ones goes to the decimal point. The tens goes to the tenths, and the hundreds goes to the hundredths. So when I look at my denominator in my fraction, I have 100. So that tells me that my digit that's in the numerator spot is going to go in the hundredths place. But there's a very important 0 that we have to put in the tenths place because we can't just leave it blank. We have to have something there. So our 0 is our placeholder. So we would write 9 hundredths as such. Now, if we had left that 0 off, we would have had this, which is not 9 hundredths, it is 9 tenths. And those are not equal. So it's really important to remember that if I have a digit in the hundredths place, I have to have something in the tenths place. Alright, let's do one more problem where we're given 54 hundredths. So again, I start with my rainbow. The ones goes to the decimal point. The tens goes to the tenths. And the hundredths place goes to the hundredths place. So when I look at my denominator, I know that it goes to the hundredths place because I have 100 in my denominator. But when I look at my numerator, I have 54. Well, I cannot write 54 in the one place like that. We can't do that. So when I'm looking at my number, I know that if I have 54 hundredths, it's kind of like 54 cents. So my 5 is going to go in the tenths place, and my 4 is going to go in the hundredths place. That's telling me that I have 5 tenths plus 4 hundredths, which together equals 54 hundredths. So my decimal would look like this. And you can always put a 0 before the decimal point if you would like to. It doesn't change our number at all. Just remember that decimal problems are really easy if you can remember to draw your rainbow. It will help tell you where your tenths and your hundredths go, and so you won't get those mixed up.